James Dyson is a fascinating character. I just finished reading his biography, which is called James Dyson Invention: A Life of Learning Through Failure. And it's so interesting. First of all, may I say, when I'm listening to a biography, because that's how I consume books, I listen to them. When I'm listening to a biography, it's not uncommon for me to have certain ones that I'm like, wait, this book didn't say anything about this person being dyslexic, but they seem dyslexic, both because they're talking about how difficult school was for them and how much their creativity or their actual abilities were not appreciated by school. But then they always seem to go on to do these crazy things that don't fit the mold of what so many people do. And sure enough, I Googled it later. James Dyson is, in fact, dyslexic, which is just a cool tidbit because I talk a lot about dyslexia. But either way, that's beside the point. The book, James Dyson, Invention: A Life of Learning Through Failure, by failure, through failure, whichever it is, you get the idea, is a really interesting book because it details the life of someone who is so devoted to learning and exploring and creating, even in the midst of failures, even in the midst of great adversity, that they just do. Like, there are so many obstacles that he experienced throughout his life that he overcame, that he was like, okay, here's the problem, let's figure out a way to work around it. But also, there were a lot of other things that he did where it was like, we've invested a lot. Like, Dyson was trying to build a car, and they invested a significant amount, I think it was like 500 million pounds, into working on developing this car. And then they realized this isn't the right direction for our business to go because of what's going on in the world, because of all of the things of where we're at. This isn't the right direction. So they pivoted. And that's such a cool representation of someone's willingness to allow what they're seeing, what they're realizing, what they're recognizing to actually impact what they're doing, despite how people often feel about letting go of things that they've already invested in. Either way, this is supposed to be a book review. And the point of this book review is to say that if you are looking for a book about a dyslexic inventor, or just an inventor in general, you don't even have to think about the fact that he was dyslexic. James Dyson is a great one. It's a fascinating read, and I would highly recommend it.